I'm back with another word. Oh, for I just uploaded a video that's called "It's Time to March to Your Destiny," and I just wanted to take another moment to be, I guess, vulnerable with y'all. So these past 2 months, the Lord really been removing a lot from me, like a lot of distractions. Just preparing me for what is to come. And I'm not sure who else is being removed from, their situations, whether it's a living situation, whether it's a career, a relationship, anything. But sometimes you gotta be separated from what's holding you back in order to see what is in front of you. And my pastor did a sermon about this. I think 2 Sundays ago. He mentioned the story of Abraham and Lot. Abraham, the promise was made to Abraham. You know, and his little nephew, his cousin, whoever Lot was to him, was holding him back. And Abraham brought Lot along because they were family, and eventually they both became immensely wealthy, and their territory was overfilled because there was 2 of them there, and they couldn't fit them anymore. And both parties' servants started quarreling and arguing, and Abraham and Lot started arguing too. So Abraham was like, look, we need to depart from each other. We need to separate. If you go left, I'll go right. If you go right, I'll go left. Right? And I don't know if who's relating to that, whether it's relationship, a job, like I said, but it may be time for you to pick a side that you need to go to so you can execute what God has planned for you. Right? And so Lot picked to go to the left. Let's say he picked to go to the left. I don't know which one it was, left or right, but you know what I mean? He picked a side. He picked a side. But yeah. And as soon as Lot left Abraham, God spoke to Abraham. It was like, look to the east, the west, the north, and the south. All that's yours. All of it's yours. So with that being said, once the distractions are removed, your eyesight gets better and you can see what lies ahead of you, what lies around you. That is yours. You have to claim it because it's already yours. That goes back to the last video. It's already done. It's already done. You just have to make the right decision and eliminate the distractions and go. The promise wasn't for nobody else. It was for you. It was for you. Not nobody else. You can't bring nobody along who don't have a reservation to be at your table. Shout out Pastor Tuck at Living Faith Church. Whoa, they rebranded. We rebranded. You feel me? So shout out, because he gave me the word. But yeah. In this season, a lot of us, including myself, are being isolated. And isolation isn't a bad thing. It's how you go about the isolation that makes a difference. It's how you react that will make or break your journey. And I say all this because whoever is experiencing isolation right now, y'all are not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. It be hard sometimes. It be confusing sometimes, but the Lord is not a God of confusion. He will reveal to you what you are confused about. He will heal your heartache. He will comfort you. He will give you a big hug when you feel alone. He will be a friend to the friendless. And his love is unwavering. It's unfailing. And it's the best love you can ever receive, especially in a time of isolation, especially in times of being in the wilderness. And if you are being isolated and he is putting it, and the Lord is putting it on you to do something, this is your time to stop being scared, stop being nervous, stop being anxious, and just do it. Just do it. And like I said, I'm not just talking to people out on the other side of the screen. I'm talking to myself too. Because I myself have been putting off making these type of videos for a while now. He's been putting it on me for a while. And I just be in my head about it. I be in my head. Not thinking that something bad gonna happen. It's just I've been stuck in a loop of, how do I put it? I don't want to say laziness. I ain't been lazy. Well, in a sense I have been, because I haven't been doing what needs to be done. I've been distracted. I've been not wanting to do anything. But sometimes you just gotta take that step. You gotta take that first step of the march. Because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, everything else is cool. Everything else is breezy. Starting, just taking that leap of faith will build that consistency. That consistency will come over time. It just ain't gonna come just because you want it to come. No, it's something that's built. It is something that's built. Discipline leads to devotion. So if I can discipline myself, yourself, then that devotion can come about. Just like walking with the Lord. If I discipline myself to follow him, and by that I mean breaking off my old ways, praying to him to release me from what's holding me back, whether it is a social media addiction, a lustful addictions, whether you have doubt, whether you have the spirit of doubt on you. You have to discipline yourself. You have to rewire your mind in order to get to that next step, because the mindset that we have now is not going to get us nowhere. It got us to this point, but what about after this point, you know? So whoever's listening, whoever's hearing this, I pray for the renewal of your mind, renewal of our minds, because in this season, we're going to need it. We are evolving, so we have to accept the evolution. We have to abide by the evolution. We have to hear what God is telling us to do and act on it. And act on it. Because if we don't, the days will go by. The weeks will go by. The months will go by, and then we're going to be sitting. And I'm pretty sure y'all done sat before and was like, dang, all this time went by and I ain't do what I was supposed to do. All this time went by and now you wishing that you had the time to do it. Well, you do have the time, because the salvation is today. So get up and do what you gotta do. Get up and do what you gotta do. For real. For real. Like I said, y'all not alone. I'm here. I'm here with y'all. You know? And whoever's hearing this, I pray that we can build a community, man. We are brothers and sisters in Christ, bro. We are brothers and sisters, so we have to uplift each other. My big homie just did a sermon yesterday talking about how you have to have people around you that's going to lift you up when you are down. Just like God has us, we have to have a community. In the physical, we have to have a community that is going to uplift us and get us to that next step. Because we need it. We cannot do this alone. We cannot do this alone. It is so good to have community, people who can hold you accountable, people who can tell you that you are wrong in a situation, that you are wrong, and say that you are right in a situation that you are right. It will make all the difference. It will make all the difference. So these people who are in your life are not for you. Distance yourself. Give them the boot, because this is your life. Take control over your life. Surround yourself with people who love you, people who care for you, and you care for them. It has to be an equal exchange. You know? Don't let the enemy put people in your place, that in your vicinity, that seem as if they care about you, but they really don't, because he will do that. So you have to pray for that discernment to know who's for you and who's not for you. Lord, reveal who you put in my life and who you didn't put in my life, Lord. And you really have to ask for that, because you become a victim to your surroundings. You become a byproduct of what you surround yourself with. So if you have people that care about you, don't push them away. Don't push them away. They're here for a reason. They're here for a reason. And I am very thankful to the Lord that he's placed people in my life that can pick me up when I need it, that can uplift me when I need it, that can hold me accountable. You know? Like, it's going to be a very exciting year. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I know it. I just have to get out of my head and do what needs to be done. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've been supposed to be making these type of videos. I've been supposed to be hopping in the lab, painting, drawing, creating the thing I've been praying for to create. I just want to create. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about the money. I don't care about nothing. I just want to create. Whether it's me writing, whether it's me talking to y'all in this video, whether it's me painting, whether it's me doing whatever, I want to create. I want to create and create in a way that inspires, and create in a way that people can see that I do it all for God. I don't do it for no yeses. I don't do it for no no's. I don't do it for nobody. I do it all for God. But it all falls back on me. How much work am I going to put in? How much am I going to plant my seeds? How much am I going to water my seeds? Faith without works is dead, and that is so real. How can I expect something to happen? How can I expect some change to happen if I'm not putting in no work? That means that change that I'm expecting to happen, that big miraculous thing that I'm expecting to happen in my life, is dormant. It's growing mad slow. Seed ain't even sprouted yet, because I ain't putting in no work. I ain't flowering. I ain't watering. I ain't even speaking to my plant. I'm not even speaking to my seed. But I'm expecting it to grow. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man. Clocking my tea, clocking your tea. Because that's real. Get up and march to your destiny, bruh. For real, get up and march, bruh. It's time to march. Stand up, put your armor on, and march. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out. You're going to get left behind. And we don't want to be left behind. We want to fulfill what God's promise is for us. He has a promise for all of us. We just have to march to it. That's all I got to say, you know? Yeah. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.